Scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Rich Franklin, Anderson Silva, the teacher-turned-champion. The Brazilian who hopes to be the next leader at 185.
Oh, nice knee by Franklin.
Big takedown by
Armbar.
Nice.
It's all over. Oh, Rich Franklin's a block. Get it,
Legend has Rich Franklin.
Titties hurt kick. Right hand pistol again on the body. Wow.
Down goes Murray.
Cold.
Oh, and he knocks down the Wazo. This one may be just about over.
And still middleweight champion of the world.
When I step into the octagon, there's somebody on the outside of that octagon that is hungry to win a fight.
Huge advantage for Anderson Silva.
Good head. Oh, Chris Lehman's dropped.
And Lehman goes down. Oh, he is in big trouble. Chris Lehman goes down again. And it is all over.
Anderson just came into the UFC. He's had one fight against Chris Lehman. Silva put him away decisively. I mean, it was impressive.
Eu acho que é uma luta dura pros
I believe that Rich Franklin is a tough fighter. I think this is going to be a tough fight for both of us, and I think this is going to be more of like a jigsaw puzzle, this fight.
Well, Silva's a tough opponent. He's a dangerous opponent, and he's a thinking fighter. He's well-rounded, so this is going to be one of the toughest challenges to my belt yet.
Na verdade,
The way I look at it is it's kind of like a chess game. You move the wrong piece, you have the opportunity to lose.
I feel that both Anderson and I are good fighters, and it really is going to come down to who makes the first mistake.
porque quem é o dono do cinturão é o Rich Franklin.
Rich Franklin is the belt holder right now. He's the one with the pressure on him. I'm just going to come here, do my job, and do what I do best, and that's knock people out.
He's going to come out, I'm going to come out, and we're going to try to destroy each other, and this is going to be an exciting fight, point blank.
We are set for the middleweight championship fight between Anderson the Spider Silva and Rich Ace Franklin. The Spider, Anderson Silva. A legend in Brazil, a legend in Japan, a legend in England. Trying to become legendary tonight here in the United States as champion of the UFC. 22-1 in his mixed martial arts career. In the second round against David Loazo, he broke his left hand. He now has a titanium plate and 7 screws in his left hand. He suffered a hairline fracture in his foot, tendon damage in his ankle, ligament damage in his arm. He was back to work in a few weeks, and he wants to defend what he believes will be his for a long, long time. The belt at 185, Rich Ace Franklin. That's one high school math teacher you do not want to smart off to.
There's a whole new meaning to the word detention.
You got that right. Big for a middleweight, great striker, well-versed, actually much more talented on the ground than people give him credit for. Beth Franklin in attendance. Beth's parents seeing Rich fight for the first time live. That is a very nervous better half, Beth Franklin. Our tale of the tape brought to you by Zions Extreme Supplements for Extreme Athletes, available at GNC stores nationwide. 32-year-old Franklin against 31-year-old Silva. Everything else is virtually even. For the official introductions of this, our main event of the evening, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this UFC championship bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission with commissioners Skip Avancino Jr., John Bailey, Joe W. Brown, and TJ Day, and Executive Director Keith Kaiser and Chairman Dr. Tony Alamo. Our judges at Octagon side are Glenn Trowbridge, Lester Griffin, and Nelson Hamilton. And our doctors are Jeff Davison, William Berliner, Rodney Curson, and Van Buren Lemons. When the action begins, our referee in charge is Big John McCarthy. This championship bout is sponsored by Zions Zenergy. Zenergy, great taste, extreme energy. Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. And visit Punishment Athletics at pa99.tv. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 UFC warriors have now entered the Octagon, but tonight only one will leave the champion. And now, it's time! This fight is 5 rounds for the UFC Middleweight Championship of the World! Introducing first, the challenger fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu fighter. He holds a professional record of 16 wins with 4 losses. Standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil, the challenger, Anderson the Spider Silva! And now introducing the champion in the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter who holds a professional record of 22 wins with 1 loss. Standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, the defending UFC middleweight champion of the world, Rich Ace Franklin!
Gentlemen, you received your instructions in your dressing rooms. Do you have any questions from the challenger? Do you have any questions from the champion? Touch gloves, fight hard, fight clean, fight fair, step back, let's go.
Here we go. Big John McCarthy, our referee. Anderson Silva against Rich Ace Franklin. Middleweight championship is on the line.
Here we go, UFC Middleweight Championship, you ready? You ready? Let's get it on, come on.
Franklin with his ankles taped. I don't know if that means he's going to unleash more kicks in this fight, or if he's just worried about his ankles. It's hard to say.
Silva is so creative with his striking, so versatile, and his pinpoint accuracy is unbelievable. But I will tell you, Randy, that Rich Franklin doesn't carry his hands like Chris Lieben does.
No, he certainly doesn't. Much more effective, precise striking from Rich Franklin. And yeah, Anderson Silva laser-sighted in his kicks. Both guys southpaws. Now I wonder how often they actually face southpaws in a real fight. More often than not, facing orthodox fighters.
Franklin falls away with that right.
Inside kick attempt by Franklin. Nice chopping leg kick by Anderson Silva. Return the
good
favor.
answer by Franklin in combination. Both have great head movement. Both utilize great angles. Both have good ground skills. In fact, Silva, outstanding Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner who got his black belt from the Nogueira brothers. So if it does go down, both are comfortable there. Straight kick by Silva. I think they're going to test each other out on the feet for a while.
Left round kick by Franklin, answered by a straight front kick by Anderson Silva.
Rich trying to lead with that right jab again.
Warrior Franklin coming into this fight with a black eye.
Yeah, you know what? I think ever since he left the school, he's had a black eye continuously. Good combination.
Muay Thai clinch by Anderson. Look for Franklin to come over the top with his elbows.
Oh, good answer by Rich Franklin. Franklin utilizing the knees.
Watch your head.
Nice knees by Anderson, right to the middle of Rich Franklin.
Good Muay Thai clinch by Anderson Silva. Deceptively strong with that long, lean body, 5'11", 185. Franklin, we know, is as strong as they come. He has fought at 205.
Look at the midsection of Rich Franklin now. It's bright pink.
Being punished by Anderson Silva. Great Muay Thai work right here. Great work in the clinch.
This body work here could pay dividends in a 5-round fight. Anderson going to town on Rich Franklin's body.
Oh,
Rich
continuously.
Rich has dropped his hands.
Here.
Rich is in trouble here.
Rich just took a punch
right
to the
on
face.
the chin. And these body shots are getting to Rich. He's dropped his hands to cover his body and exposed his head.
And he took a punch. Yeah, Rich is definitely worn down from that exchange. The knees by Silva. Rich has got his left arm there to try to protect what seemed to be damaged ribs.
To the face.
Caught him again. Franklin's in trouble. High
Rich
kick
is in
by
trouble.
Silva. Rich is in trouble. Anderson Silva.
Another knee
Down
to the
goes
head.
Franklin. And it's all over.
Rich Franklin.
Anderson Silva is the new middleweight champion.
Went to work on his body until he had to bring his arms down to protect his body, which exposed his head, and then the knees came to the chin. 2 or 3 knees to the head there, and that was all that Rich could take.
He broke down the midsection of Franklin, then delivered a big punch. Franklin was hurt by those body shots. Anderson Silva is the new middleweight champion.
Nose is broken on Rich Franklin.
We got work on you, Rich.
That shot right there broke Rich's nose. And that was the end of the fight. High kick. Another high kick to the body. Tried the big elbow. Another knee right to the head. And Rich goes down for the last time here. John McCarthy saw enough.
Boom!
Flush on the face for that right knee. Rich staggers back.
Anderson Silva is lethal. And he ends the run of Rich Franklin. Here's the knees that caught him early, Randy.
The knees to the body, and there's one right to the liver. Hanging from the Muay Thai clinch, double collar tie. Just digging his knees into that body. And you see Rich has got to bring his hands down to cover the body. And that exposes his head right up the middle to the chin.
Rich just could not get out of that clinch.
That Muay Thai clinch, pretty tough.
We have a new champion. With the official decision, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 59 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by TKO, and now, the new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva!
He has beaten Lee Murray, Jeremy Horn, Jorge Rivera, Tony Fricklin, Curtis Stout, Chris Lieben, and tonight he has defeated the champion. For the first time ever, Rich Franklin loses in the octagon. Anderson Silva is the new middleweight champion. Randy.
Anderson, very emotional, very elated. Tell us what's going through your mind right now.
Pô, fala o que tá passando pela tua cabeça agora.
Agora, Randy, eu tô pensando na minha família, pensando em tudo que eu treinei para estar aqui e agradecer a todos vocês aí, a todo o público presente e dizer que Ultimate tem muito que crescer e a gente tá junto aí para fazer esse evento se tornar o melhor do mundo. Se já não é, né?
He says, what I'm thinking about right now is I'm thinking about my family and all the hard training that I went through, and I feel like UFC is my home and it's here to stay, and whatever I can do to make this event keep growing, I'm here to stay.
Anderson, great Muay Thai clinch, dominated the body and then took over his head. Tell us technically what you wanted to do in the fight.
Falou teu clinch perfeito, você usou o clinch muito bem, depois você usou os socos. Fala o que você estava usando, o que era o plano.
O segredo tá aqui, ó. Esse cara é foda. O segredo tá aqui, o Muay Thai tá aqui, ó.
He said the secret and the technique is with this guy right here. This is the secret, this is the man.
We just had a picture of the end of the fight here. Talk us through the end of the fight.
Fala a luta pra nós aqui. Explica a luta.
Pô,
aqui.
não tem nem o que explicar, né? Eu acho que o Hit Franklin é um excelente lutador. É um cara que merece todo o respeito de todo o público americano aqui hoje. E dizer que eu agradeço a oportunidade de todos vocês aqui, da família Ultimate, e dizer que eu estou muito feliz de estar aqui.
He says, you know, it's hard to walk him through the fight. The emotions are going right now. But you know what? Just to let the American public know that Rich Franklin was a heck of a fighter and a heck of a champion. And I'm just happy to be in here with the belt right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anderson Silva, your new middleweight champion. Rich, a chance for you to say a few words to the fans.
Nah, just thanks everybody that came out to watch. I'm sorry that I didn't put on the greatest show.
Rich, we're sorry to see you go this way. We know you'll be back. You're a great champion. You've done a great job.
Yeah, I mean, wins and losses come, and you know, I'll go home, heal up, and get back to training again, and I'll be back in a couple fights and work my way back up the ladder.
Tell us what you think the difference was tonight, Rich.
I'll tell you honestly, I was not expecting to be that strong in the clinch, and when we clinched up, I was expecting that to be my sweet spot, and it gave me a lot of trouble.
Rich Franklin, ladies and gentlemen.
A great champion, perhaps a champion again someday in the future, but defeated tonight. He goes down with the class that we would assume he would go down with. Rich Ace Franklin loses for just the second time in his career, and he loses for the first time in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Franklin leaves without the belt. Anderson Silva is your new middleweight champion. And for anyone who said he didn't deserve this quick title shot in the UFC, I guess we know why.